What's up, YouTube? Hey, Card Dreamer here, coming to you with a response video to Jason. He saw light. I saw the light in the. Anyway, he was asking about card shows, Modern Market, eBay, because Modern Market is eBay, and the card show prices. Has the eBay life kind of folded over to the card show prices? And for me, only some of it. That's part one, and then part two I'll talk about in a second. So part one is that when I go to a show in Orlando, Florida, it's about an hour away from me, 54 minutes. I will drive down there, and you've got two types of people at these shows. You've got the younger guys, and you've got the older guys. Okay, now the younger guys, they are hype in the new modern cards. They are selling these things for just ridiculous amounts. Will they make a deal? Sure. But most of the times that you see them, you'll see them on eBay for, let's say they sell for $100, okay? And they'll come to you and they'll say, okay, well, it's selling for $100, I'll give it to you at 80%. So, or sometimes 75%, it all depends. So you can pay pretty good money for a modern card. But if those young people have vintage cards and older cards, they don't care. They don't care about them. They will sell them out at a nickel a piece. They don't care, okay? Because it's stuff that they've gotten in trades or whatever it may be, and they just want to get rid of it, okay? So now, that's the young. Now you got the older guys, right? And the older guys don't really carry a lot of modern, but they do have some. And usually their modern cards are in 10-cent boxes, okay? And they have picked up collections that they have found or whatever it may be, and they're just out there ripping them out at 10 cents a piece. But their vintage cards, now they're attached to those. They're expensive. They're a little more higher end, and they like to pull out the old handy-dandy Beckett, okay? And is Beckett okay? That's fine, whatever. It's your choice. If you want to use Beckett as pricing, then that's great. It's the same thing with a house. What's your house worth? You can go and look and see that my house is worth, $350,000, but not all the time are you going to get $350,000 for your house that you have. But for them, the modern they don't care about. They'll let that go, But it's hard. So what I do when I go to the show is I first do my initial runaround, and I kind of mock up where everybody's at and what they have. And then I get my chair, because I bring in a little small chair folding that I sit on, and I hit those 10-cent boxes first. Why? Because everybody likes to go through the 10-cent boxes, but you got to take time, because you can find some crazy stuff in 10-cent boxes. I found a Juan Soto back down card a few weeks ago in a 10-cent box. Okay, so you can find things in 10-cent boxes. They're in there. You just got to take the time. People don't know that they're in there. A lot of times if I find something like that, the guy will ask me how many cards I have. I count. Here we go. This is what I got. Here's $5. Give him $5. Okay. Now, those are first. Then I will take and go to the dollar boxes, and I will hit, because I'm a budget collector by all means, and I'll hit the dollar. Once I've done that, I've figured out how much I have left after I've done all that, and then I'll take a look to see if I can find a card that just is like, wow, it was worth going to the show for. So the prices of eBay have not really hit the show in most counts, because you can buy some serious stuff and take it and move it onto eBay, but it takes time. You gotta list it and ship it and all that stuff. Mostly I sell on eBay. It's 99-cent stuff. I start everything out at 99 cents, and where it goes from there, it goes. It doesn't matter. Just my eBay, I always say, just check out all my 99-cent auctions, because that's what they are. They're all 99 cents, and people can fight over it all they want. I don't really care. I only paid 10 cents for it, so I'm making 90 cents on each card. So, and most of the times it can be more than that. But anyway, getting off the track here. So, I think that it all depends on where you're at. Now, thinning out your collection. Another part of the question was thinning out your collection to buy more cards for your collection. Absolutely. They're your cards. They're absolutely your cards. And if you if there's something in there that you don't have that you want, I do it all the time. I mean, I'll go through and, you know, there'll be cards that I need to complete these sets and I don't have the money for them. So I will take a card that I have that's probably right now selling for 20 or 30 bucks and I will flip it so I can add some cards to here as long as I have extra. You know, being a Raven collector, you're only a niche, right? So, and then vintage cards, you obviously don't want to take anything out of there to buy cards to add there because that just defeated the purpose. But yeah, flipping cards, I'm all for flipping your collection and taking it and putting it into what you want and what you need, because when it all comes down and you look up there and all my 80s football is completed. All my 80s from 89, well, not all, but let's put it, all my 80, 88, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, it's all complete, right? 69 is complete. There's a few older vintage cards that's complete. I think there's like 7 sets up there that are not complete on the football side. So that's what you do. You just complete it. But when you have that book and it's completed on a completed set, no matter what the market does, you have one, right? You have one. So if just say the Joe Montana rookie card for some reason just blows out of proportion and just goes for crazy money, and all of a sudden everybody's just hacking on it because they found out something was unique about the card. You have one of them, so it's in a set, and you don't need more than one. So you have that money already building, sitting there, and that's what I like to see. I like to see people find crazy things out, and then all of a sudden people are freaking over it, and money's going way up. So it's cool, you know, with the flipping, and I'm all good with that. It's the same thing with, like, I'll go to the show care package, right? So you go to the care package, and I will pick through the 10-cent box, and I'll find things for people. I'll find things for people's sets that they need. I'm always looking on the hunt for, you know, Dustin Bellinger stuff, and always looking for Kirby Pucketts and Emmitt Smiths and Will Clarks and so many different players, Atlanta Braves, and just so many different things for people. But I used to do fire sales. I think I had one about 2 months ago. After I did that fire sale, I refused to do anymore. And it's not because they're a hassle by any means. It's because I feel guilty. There's a part of me that feels guilty selling cards to a collector that we, as a community, have always done, is put packages together and send it to them without the fact of having to sell it to them. I don't want to do that anymore. For me personally, I have stacks going on my glass table over here in my corner of different people who PC different things, and I build them, and then when I get a good stack, I will mail them off to them. And you know, that's just what it is. Now, if I find a card that's really up there and I really think they need it right away, I'll put it in, mail it off immediately, and they can have it in their collection. It's just what we do. It's who we are. So doing a fire sale anymore, I just don't want to do it. And if it gets to the point where I needed money to ship the stuff, most of the people that you deal with here and the friends that you've made and the guys who PC, if you contact them and say, hey man, I've got a stack of cards here that I think that belongs in your collection, can you help me out with the shipping on it? They'll be like, dude, I'd be more... Listen, if somebody contacted me and said, hey, Jeremy, I've got a bunch of Ravens here, it's going to cost me $8 to ship this stuff, can you help me out with the shipping? I'd be like, I got you, man. I got you. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the thought of you putting it together and taking the time and stacking them up. I will send you the $8. You ship it to me. Great. Awesome. Because it's what we do. It's who we are as a community. So, Jason, I thank you for this awesome chance to talk to you. I don't get to see a lot of you guys' videos very much. A lot of you guys come live late in Florida. You know, we're obviously a 3-hour difference from California, right? So a lot of times you guys come on at 8 o'clock your time, which is actually sometimes 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock my time. So I don't get to watch your live, and I got to go to bed by 8 because I got to be up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Because that's what my job is. Again, I'm on COVID leave. It's the third time third time since this all started that I've been off for 2 weeks or more. Another person at work came up positive on COVID. And, you know, I wear my mask all day. I keep my distance from people as much as I can, except for people I have to train. And one of the guys that I was training tested positive for COVID, and they sent us all home. All 23 of us gone off for 2 weeks. So if you don't have time to cover your pay, you're screwed, right? Unfortunately, that's just the way the company looks at it. Luckily, I had time to cover for these last, but if I go off again, I'm in big trouble because I just won't have the time anymore to cover. I've used and based all of my vacation out. I'm done. Thank God it's October. In 2 months from now, I'm back to 4 weeks of vacation, so not the way you really want to spend your vacation. But anyway, one last thought. So I also do a lot of buying of flea markets, and these are just thoughts for you guys thinking about this, Jason, even for you. Check your SWIP swaps, check your Facebook marketplaces, check your Let Goes and I say all these different venues. Find collections that people are trying to offload for cheap. I find them all the time. It's not even the fact that it's just because it's my area. Every area has them. I search all areas. My brother's areas, my mother's areas. I search everywhere. And if they find a collection and I'll tell them to go pick it up, send them the money, you know. When I was up in Idaho, we found 150 pounds of cards. 150 pounds of cards, and I spent $60. And in that 150 pounds of cards, hold on 1 second, I'll show you, was this binder. And in this binder, for $60, had the complete 1989 Upper Deck set. Complete. I didn't have it. The only card that was missing was the Griffey Rookie. And because of wicked discounts, I have that card he gave it to me because somebody gave it to him and they said I could have it. They sent it to me. I put it up there. And then all of a sudden I find the set. It's missing the Griffey. Things work out. So, anyway. So, when you find these things and you buy them up, right? I know it's been 12 minutes, I'm sorry. But hopefully you guys watch the entirety of this. When you buy these collections, go through, and I usually pick out what I need. I don't pick out all the stars, and I don't pick out all the rookie cards. I only pick out the stuff that I PC. The Ravens come out first if there's football, and then the stuff I need for my sets. Because at $60, I just bought that set there. If you were to buy it on eBay, you're going to pay $50 anyway. So $10 into it, I'll go through it. Then what I'll do is I'll box it all up, just like this. I'll box it all up. And I will take, and the stars are in there. I have not touched them. I will kind of show you what I'm talking about. I leave them all in there. There are guys like Cecil Fielder rookie cards, Sammy Sosa rookie cards, Mike Miller rookie cards, Tony Kukoc rookie cards, right? So some Griffies in there, right? So I don't pick those out. I leave them all in there. And then what I'll do is I'll take all these bundles and I'll sell them on SWIP Swap very cheap. I just sold a huge bundle, huge boxes full of cards, nicely stacked, and I sold them for $60 out of that collection. So I paid $60 for the collection. I got a $50 book, stuff for my sets, Raven cards for free. For free! So anyway, look at it. Look into the venues. Find those stuff. It's always good. Thanks for watching, Jason. I hope this worked out for you. I appreciate the chance to talk to you because I don't get to see you very much. So peace. God bless. Big dreams, everyone. Big dreams from the Card Dreamer.